Hello everybody, it's Jennifer with CreativeCricketDesigns.blogspot.com, and I have another two-page scrapbook layout that I'm going to be working on. It's for my daughter's 5th birthday, and I did use Mickey and Minnie. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, which is the red, and then the white piece is 11.5 by 11.5. I have it to the inner edge because it's a two-page layout, but I can only get one page at a time. So then what we're going to do is we're going to build it up one side at a time. I have this Mickey paper, which is from one of the Disney stacks that I got at Joann's or Michael's. And this is going to go in the upper left-hand corner. So I'm going to go ahead and get that adhered. And I use the loop around the Martha Stewart around the page punch, and it's the loop one, which is this one right here, which allows you to go all the way around your pages. But I did find out, thanks to my Facebook followers for Creative Cricket Designs, that you can only do around the page if you have certain dimensions, and you can get those dimensions by Googling Martha Stewart punch around the page guidelines, I believe it was. So I did have to do that because it was not coming out, so you have to have certain measurements on there, otherwise it will not work. Trying to get this to work here. So we're going to go in the upper left-hand corner with that one. And then I also have the yellow, which I did the same thing. And that's going to go in the bottom right corner, right up to the edge. And the pages are obviously, they're going to come together right at this crease or whatever you want to call it. It's the middle of the page. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and line it up. Right at the end. And then follow it over like that. And some of my loops are still kind of off kilter, but we'll work with it. And then I have this piece, and this is also from the Mickey stack. I think it might be from the same one that I got at Joann's or Michael's. Probably Joann's, because Michael's doesn't seem to have very much to offer anymore. I don't know. So this, I'm just going to try to center it. And I'm also going to bring that to the center of my page. Okay, so this is the left side. Now we're going to go ahead and add some of our items to it. I have this picture of my daughter. She got her microphone, a little amp, and her guitar. She was singing away, so we got some photos of that. I have my Mickey, who is cut at 5 inches, and then I have these balloons from the birthday bash cartridge, and I think these are at 5 inches also, but I can get you the dimensions on that. And I'm going to have it so he's holding the balloons. So first we're going to go ahead and get our Mickey down, which I already have my foam squares attached. And then we're just going to tuck the tails of the balloon under his hand, so it looks like he's holding them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and adhere that, like that. I'm going to take my foam squares off the balloons. Okay, and then we're just going to kind of tuck them behind his hand. Like so. Okay, and then I have cut out Look Who's 5. And I did it out of the same color of this paper. And I ran it through the Swiss Dots Cuttlebug folder. The 5 I actually cut twice because this piece was too big to fit in my Cuttlebug. So then it smushed some of the design, so I just cut it out twice and popped it up. And we're going to go ahead and get this adhered down to the page. And I'm just going to use some, not this one, some Zig 2A glue pen. Oops. Okay, like that. And then I just used my gypsy and I welded them together, and I believe these are the Mickey font, the letters from the Mickey font cartridge. And I will get you the dimensions also that I cut these out for my gypsy. Okay, so that's what we have for the left side of the page. Oops, let me get this picture adhered. Straighten it a bit. Okay, and then we're going to move to the right side. And I've got this adhered as well. Okay, and then we're going to move backwards. So then this is going to go in the upper right hand corner. You're basically going to duplicate what we did on the left side on the right side and then put it in the opposite corners. Okay, so we're going to have this one up in this corner. I just want to make sure that okay, like that. And then for this part, I'm going to move my yellow, or my left side, over because I want my yellows to match so that they butt together like this. So I'm going to put them together and then get these adhered because I don't want them to be uneven. Okay, so we're going to butt them up together. Like so, and I'm going to also get this adhered to this as well. Because you want it all to line up. Okay, so then I can move that back aside. My mat is so dirty, I need to clean this mat, it's filthy. Okay, so then we have the two pictures, which one is going to go up like this, one is going to go right here, and then I have the presents that I cut out, and I believe that's also from the Birthday Bash cartridge, and I think they're cut at 3 inches. I'll have to clarify, I've been working on this for a couple of days. Those are going to go down here, something like this, and then I have Minnie, who's going to be right here, through 5. So let's go ahead and get her foam squares peeled off here. She's also cut at 5 inches, just like Minnie or Mickey. Okay? And she's going to go in this corner, like so. And then I have the 5. I cut it out at 1 3/4 in red and 1.5 inches in white. And I also ran that through the Swiss Dots Cuddlebug folder. And I'm going to put it right like that so that she's holding the 5. Let's get this picture adhered. I'm going to have to clean that off. My mat is just, ugh, I should clean it. Maybe that's what I'll do after this video, is clean up that mat so my stuff stops sticking to it. Okay, and then here's her singing with her guitar. We're going to go right like that. And then, actually, I have these cut at, what do I have written on here? 3 1/4 inches in all of the layers. I love how it turned out. It's super cute. So we have that. And I'm just going to set it on there, and then on the tag I wrote Michaela's name. So that will complete this 2-page layout that I made for my daughter's 5th birthday. So I thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.